Am I here? Yeah, I didn't realize I wasn't there. My bad. Whoa, man. All right, we're good. So hopefully I'm here. Am I here? It's got all kinds of stuff coming in right now. I'm building a studio for a client of mine. I'm glad I'm here, man. Doing stuff. Old timer. Put up videos this past week. I saw you were launching videos, Pat F. We're on the go. There he is. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I didn't even click I was wondering why I didn't see anything. I realized that the last time I did a live was Christmas, and I had everything connected to the Mac. And a lot of times I stream off my Windows PC, and I can separate it. And I was using my Mac for some other projects, like some audio stuff. Excuse me. And right before the stream, I scheduled the stream, and then I had to restart it. So those things happen. But just a lot of things going on. I hope you guys are all doing well. Brian, what's up, brother? There's so many people reaching out to me. I thought it was easier to just pop on a live stream. The Flavor, Mike, everybody's here. Yeah, so we're hanging out tonight. I appreciate you guys popping in. I hope you guys are having a great Thursday, great week. It's been an interesting week. You guys know that. All I can tell you on that level is do your best to filter the noise. You know what I mean? Filter the noise as best you can. Try to stay focused. That's tough to do. We all, myself included, we all tend to get caught up in things, and it's been tough. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there's things, the vaccine, things like that are out there. That's kind of, I'm not 100% sold on that yet with some of the issues going on there, but it's wild, and I just thought I owed you guys an update because I care about you and I care about what we're doing here a lot. Silver Badger, what's up? Doing good. Healed Heart, what's up, Healed Heart? Man, your video, that song, Healed Heart, I know it's that song you guys put in your video. I'm going to use that song. I was actually jamming in the truck today, and I was thinking about you guys, and I don't even know where I have it, but I know on my YouTube downloads, that tune that you guys used in your video, this one, I'm going to share it with you in a second because I know it's copyright free. Where do you go to downloads? Downloads. This thing here. Healed Heart. Oh man, this tune's awesome. This tune's awesome. You can do a lot of stuff with that tune. You guys did it really nice with the cruising on the road and stuff like that. Very, very cool. So I had to grab that because that was nice. Tree Fella, Kim Wilson. What's up, Kim Wilson? Been thinking about you. No, honestly, I got your email. I got so many messages, and I'll just tell you where I've been in a nutshell. So what I do for a living with brand development, web marketing, that kind of stuff for some, I'd say small medium businesses and stuff like that. That's my bread and butter. That's what I got to focus on to support my team and put food on the table and stuff like that here. And I've been working on a bunch of things. Like I just got a letter today from an attorney my attorney that does all my trademark stuff. We're getting a couple trademarks buttoned up for a client, so we had to get that done, which is good news. So I've been doing some trademark work, brand development. Alyssa Bell, thank you. I hope you're doing well too. Many blessings to you. Thank you so much for that. The brand development. I'm trying to read the chat as I'm going live, baby. Building a studio for a client. So I've been getting some different things, different mounts that I recommend. And I want to talk about that for a second too. And I'll probably still make a video on this. I got the camera set up. Let me actually shut down. I want to do something real quick. I see the glare in that thing. I had my other camera set up. Let me shut that one off. There we go. Got a little darker, but that's okay. We'll make that work. Alyssa Liggett, check out your new climbing gear. Oh, he has a new climbing gear video. That's awesome. You on your own. Brain development. No, brand develop, like business development stuff. So, we do a lot of like logos and just building brands from web properties to that kind of stuff. So it's a lot of tech, but I've been putting in like crazy hours, not getting probably as much sleep as I should have. And it's not an excuse, just what I got to do. And, we have to balance our priorities and things like that. And I have to do those things. So I've been caught up in that, got kicked into gear on building another studio, which is pretty cool. It's coming together really nice. I'm just getting some parts, like these small rig things, these little cold shoe mounts. I use these all the time. This is cool if you want to have like mounts in certain places. I hope you guys can see these, but these are just cold shoe mounts. You can put them on anything, but you can run a screw through them. They're typically made to mount the cameras into, I'm trying to think what I could show you, to mount to like a camera rig. So in some cameras you have a rig. Oh, there's one over here. So to mount cold shoes, like for example, on this camera, if you want, there's a cold shoe mount on this side here. You could screw this in and mount another cold shoe if you want to hang another microphone or another device. What I use them for sometimes is to hang lights. So I'll just run a screw through them, stick them on the ceiling or wherever I want to mount a light or an arm or something to that fashion, and run a screw through them. And then I have some camera mounts, and they're so cheap. They're like $10 or something, $5 a piece or something. So you can put a couple mounts in certain places, almost like a GoPro mount but instead of the sticky back, you just screw it in. They're aluminum. So I had to pick up a couple of these to mount some lights. Been doing that. Life in the 906. If I miss you, Andrew Scott, what's up, brother? Just take her easy, brother. Oh, it's nonstop. WD, what's up, man? Throw me something, Mister Mardi Gras. No Mardi Gras this year. Yeah, you're right, man. It's been tough, but there's a lot of stuff coming out of all of this. Everything that's going on, there's a lot of stuff that's coming out of this. As far as YouTube's concerned, a lot of companies, brands, businesses are looking towards not just one channel, and YouTube is just a channel. Not just because it's YouTube channel, but it's one channel, one outlet for marketing. And I think with all the things going on, a little bit of the like the cancel culture, things like that are going on, and the speech thing, a lot of people are looking at a lot of outlets right now to communicate and something that's sustainable in case something would happen to YouTube or if they change something. Most channels are going to be safe, but I mean, there's a lot of things changing on YouTube as far as in the creator side and what you can say, what you can't, swear words, things like that. They actually just launched a video today on Creator Studio about that. So you kind of knew that was coming. You could see that. So, I mean, brands right now in my area of the tech have been shifting towards, I would say, more of a web presence, a lot of websites, web stores, integrating hosted video. I can recommend that if you have a business or definitely want to try to host your own videos too, alongside of what you're building. So you always have a channel that you can communicate on. So that's where the funnel is kind of hit for me. So I've been working a lot on that kind of stuff and getting people ramped up as far as their web presences are concerned and videos and building the studio. So there's just a lot of things since Christmas. And typically first of the year, you're either slow or you get slammed. Fortunately, the tech space has been pretty crazy as far as keeping current. So I wanted to at least let you guys know that, I think about you all the time, and this is a big part of what I'm doing, YouTube and being here to communicate with you guys and have fun with you guys and help you guys where I can is a big part of me and who I, well, not really who, but like what I plan on doing. So I think we've been able to do a great job of that this year, trying to do some things like to help people, inspire people, make things that, seem impossible, possible, I guess. Ordered in 395 Husky. I'll do a video when I get it in. That's awesome. Vasco, Bruce Manley, thumbs up. How's everyone doing? Good to see everyone. Anyone else thinking Buck and just going with the super chat? I got to scroll up because I missed you guys. I missed some of them, but it's good to see a good country living too, man. We definitely got to chat. I was doing conference calls today, nonstop driving back and forth from customers. So I had a long, well, not a long drive today, but a couple hours. And I was, the sun was out today. It was nice. It was a gorgeous day. I'm jamming to some tunes that I want to make videos to. And I'm just looking at the skyline and things like that. And I'm like, man, I'm so inspired. I got a video from a friend named Runa. I think his name's Runa. He's from Norway. He made me the coolest video it just really hit the heart. I wanted to email him back, and I emailed him. I said, dude, an email's not going to do it. So I can't wait to touch base with him and talk to him. He has a channel rolling. I don't know if he's watching though, but in Norway, I'm sure the time it's probably late at night. Dana Hudson, how are you? How's the videos coming, Dana Hudson? How are you doing with the videos with the GoPro? Did you get that set up? I've been waiting for some videos from you. I know Tasman's got his mic rolling. Tasman, that mic sounds money, man. I'm telling you all the time. I want to do this too. I want to talk about this real quick. So, I don't have everything out right now, but if you guys do pick up a Rode mic, and I want to talk a little bit, I'm going to make a video on this actually, but if you pick up a Rode mic, these are great mics. This one here has a mic on both sides. There's options when you get into like DSLRs, but as an all around, I try to recommend to people things that are going to work, whether it's on this camera, whether it's on a cell phone, whether it's on any device, so that you're only spending money like one time, and maybe you have to accessorize it a little bit, but you're spending money one time. If you're using this mic, you have to make sure you get, Rode makes a cable, and there's some knockoff cables too. But one side, they typically, a TRS to TRRS cable, they typically mark these. So the TRRS is going to have three little lines there, if you can see that. And then that's the separation between like the tip and then the positive, negative. So, and then two on this one, on the black side. So plug that side into your mic. The gray side is for a phone. Now, if you're taking this to a camera, you got to know that you got to use the cable that came with it. It'll be a two-prong to a two-prong, a black-to-black cable. So little things like that. If you're using an Android with no headphone port, you'd need a USB-C, because most of the stuff today is USB-C, which is like this port right here. It looks like an oval. I know that's not going to focus, but USB-C to 3.5 millimeter adapter, and you would plug that in before your phone from the gray side. So I wanted to just tell people that, because I know a lot of people are getting these mics. I was, something hit me, man. I have so many things because it's been like a month, and what did I miss here? Because I scrolled up and now I got to scroll back down. I think, did I miss a super chat? John Hudson, dude, I had your axe picked out and forgot to pull it off the shop, and it's sold. Do you want a double or a single or custom? Dude, I'll tell you what, I don't have a double. I'm a fan of singles. John, I'm leaving that up to you, brother, because I'm not going to ask for nothing. It's just not me. If you want to send me something, you create something from you, and I'm sure I'm going to appreciate anything that you send, man. If you want to send a tiny axe, it doesn't, a little hatchet, it's whatever. It's not expected, man, and I can't thank you enough for that, brother. Claim flying out. Hello, Dallas County Scratchers. What's up, man? Smitty's, howdy neighbor. What's up, brother? Old timer. Okay, so anyway, you're gonna get a double. You're a wild man. So this mic, definitely something you guys should consider. It's just one of the things. I've been testing some others. I know a lot of people have asked me about wireless. If you do want to go wireless, same kind of setup. You can actually do a hybrid of wired and wireless if you want to, but the Rode Wireless Go is a great setup when you're, for wireless situations. That's an option, but you're starting to step up the price. I try to keep people in the price range of like $50 to $100, under $150 to get their full setup, where they can go out, they can throw a mic on their phone or their camera or whatever. They can start vlogging, they can set it up, they can take shots, things like that. So there's all kinds of videos I want to make on that. I want to tell you that for me, and I know it's been since Christmas and I haven't launched that many videos aside from doing what I have to do. We all have to put food on the table. So if you're doing any kind of extracurricular project, even if your heart's in the right spot, that you gotta go to work and show up. And then you also got to find time to balance that and do the things that you're passionate about. I'm truly passionate about this. But with that, I want to say that for me, and I'm only speaking for me, I have to make videos that I'm passionate about in some way, shape, or form. Whether it be a product video, there's a lot of people on product videos to sell the product. I don't care if you guys ever buy the product from me. I know that some people ask me for links all the time. It doesn't. It helps the channel. Yes, it does. It helps support the channel and support what I'm doing. It helps me give back to people and things like that. But more importantly, I have to do things that I'm passionate about. So when I'm passionate about this microphone because it's helped me, I do want to communicate that. And I'm going to continue to do that. I want to be able to do that more, but I want people to know ahead of time that it doesn't matter to me if you buy the mic. I think the proof's in the pudding. If people are happy and they come back and say, hey, this is great, that makes me truly happy. When Tasman launched his videos and he was testing it out and you could see he just plugs and goes and you could hear the fire crackling and everything else, I'm like, this is sweet. So it's things like that really inspire me to know that when I talk about products and, you know, they might be things that you could be passionate about too. And maybe passion is not the right word, but things you care about. And I want people to know that when I talk about them, because I always get worried, not really worried, but I think about, you know, whenever I refer something to somebody, like I never realized how many people are buying these things, the emails that I've gotten and people that have gotten this stuff and gotten set up. You know, I know for a fact that John, Hudson, and Dana, I spent time with them on the phone, and I can't wait to spend time with them again. But, you know, they went out and looked at my channel and was able to just pick up some things that I didn't even know that they were getting. So I want to make sure that when you guys get these things that I can help you set them up and you get the best solution for your situation. And with tech, everything's changing. People have different phones. I almost have to know it ahead of time or see your videos. And the one thing that I can say is I enjoy helping people out that are pushing, because nobody's going to push for you. Nobody's going to push harder than you are for what you care about, for your job, for your YouTube channel, for whatever else. It just doesn't typically work like that. Sometimes it's usually the people that have succeeded or whatever you consider success is, but the people that are doing things that want to help somebody else, and then people that are smaller typically want something from the. It's a crazy world we live in, but it's something that I just wanted you to know that it's important to me to make sure that you get the right setup and that you're able to push as hard as you want to and not be held back from the technology restrictions. So that's something I want to put out there. No target practice. Yeah, Tim, Tim, I screwed a couple holes in my wall. I got a t-shirt hanging over there. I had to make some space in the studio, and I wish maybe I'll do a little studio update, but I hung some stuff, got some stuff off the floors for filming some other stuff, and I had to mount some things up. So I have like an Outside with Shad t-shirt on over there with the Macaulay cat on one of my. I have like a fake body, like those things you see in the store, almost like a mannequin. I got like a fake body for t-shirts. So when we photograph t-shirts, I can set it up, light it properly, and get a good photo of a t-shirt where it's not like wrinkly and filled out. So I was like, where can I get this off the floor? It was just sitting over there. So I just hang it up on the wall for now so I can use that. And I've just been working a little bit in the studio in the evenings, but the last couple days have been crazy because I got slammed with building another web store, a big web store. And that project I put like the other night, I know people were texting me, hey, are you all right? What's going on? How are you doing? And I was like, man, you know, I was burned out. I pulled like a 14-hour day. Like I worked all day. Then a customer called me, said they needed some things done. They wanted to do the store. I'm like, man, I could probably just build this in the next couple of days. So we knocked that out. I worked on that till about 8:30 at night, crashed out, fell asleep at like 8:30, woke up at like 3:50 in the morning, was ready to rock and roll and take on the world. So I couldn't go back to bed. So I just stayed up, worked on that for a couple more hours, then worked the whole day. It was like 14 hours, come home, crash. It was nonstop. So that's been my schedule, and then driving around and then trying to keep up with emails and texts because I care about you guys. I want to help you guys out. So I try to respond as best I can, but that's kind of the things that have been going on. But to me, I feel like I owe you guys content that I care about. So for me to throw out, when I throw out a video, just know that my heart's in it in some way, shape, or form, whether it's just a product video, whether it's a helpful video, an inspiring video, just showing some stuff, you know, working on the truck, whatever it is, my heart has to be in it, or I have to care about it, or I'm thinking about the video that I want to make. And that's something for me that I don't think every YouTuber does, but it's one of those things that I'm going to do. What else? I got to get a drink. Today's Powerade. I still got my Pepsi over there as usual. How are you guys doing? How's everybody? Seriously, how's everybody doing? That's why I wanted to come on. I want to come on here and check everything out. Tasman says this mic is absolutely amazing for sure. Things a lot crisper and more like the actual sound. Thank you. I'm so thankful for the mic and all your help. Dude, Tasman, it's all about doing the videos. So when I can see people making videos, whether they're crappy or you're not happy about them, people have gotten on me because they're like, Nick, we're your friends. We're not worried about what you put out there. Just we like to see what you're up to and stay in touch. And I can truly be thankful. I'm truly thankful for that. but I know where that border is, where you're kind of like, oh, I want to wait till it's awesome, or I want to make this video perfect. Just know that when you're getting started, if I can see a couple videos that you're making, I can see some of your pain points and maybe I can help you. Without seeing it, it's hard to describe what you'd need to do or what I would suggest or what your first step is. Knowing, going through the process from 0 to go or 0 to 100, that's hard for me unless I can, know what phone you're using and see how you're filming or what kind of environment you're filming in. If you're filming in a cold environment, a warm environment, like there's all these different things that change. Are you always filming in the sun? Should you get an ND filter? Things like that. So there's all kinds of stuff that I'd like to help you guys out with. Those are the things that I'm thinking about. But good country's having fun with time, family, friends, YouTube community, no doubt, man. And I'm also working on Ignite the Fire podcast. I've talked to some very credible people and good friends of mine that have stepped up and they'd be willing to come on to the Ignite the Fire podcast and just talk about things. We could talk about growth pains. You know what I mean? That's what this is all about. I think I even titled this video growth pains because I feel like we're all there where you're trying to take the next step. I'm trying to build the YouTube channel. I'm trying to, keep things afloat. This has been a tough year. No lie. We all have ups and downs, you know what I mean? But we thrive on the motivation from each other. At least I do. It's something little, like Manly sent me hot chocolate today. Perfect time of year. That was a very kind thing that you guys did to send the hot chocolate. I love throwing stuff in the thermos and going, especially in the mornings. And it's been some cold mornings, but the emails, the video that I got, I'm going to try to find a way. I did ask Runa if I could share that from Norway, and I'm going to try to maybe sneak that into a video, just little things. But he just gave a little testimony on my channel, and he started out on my channel when I had like 400 or 500 subscribers, and the numbers don't really matter. I mean, it doesn't. I believe we have something special here, whether it's one person, 10 people, 3,000 people, 5,000, 10,000. I think we have something special. And I know that just because of the emails, the phone calls, the communication pipeline. If anybody's to blame on my channel growing, that's my responsibility. That's me putting videos in and putting the time in. And gradually I'll be able to do that. So I can't say that's not my fault. People can shout me out, people can do whatever they want, but that's gonna maybe introduce more people, but it's not. I want the connection with my audience, and I want to be able to maintain that no matter how long it grows. So I'm trying to find ways to do that. I think with Ignite the Fire podcast, it's going to bring a lot of light into the from the start to go, whether it's, like I said, even if we help somebody, it's just like helping people, one person, 10 people, 5 people, whatever that takes, we're making a difference. And the people that have helped me this year to be able to make a bigger difference than what I could do by myself is amazing. That's a gift from the man upstairs. You know what I mean? And that's what we got to continue to do. And I know I'm missing a lot of the chats, and if I missed you, I'm sorry, but there was things like I got all this stuff built up in my chest. So let me see what we got here. Hard to even find time to watch all. It does get tough, John. I mean, it's tough. I try to keep up to date with videos. I try to do it when I can. I got to the point where I was getting a couple migraines, to the point where like lights were bothering me just because I was on the computer for like 14 hours. And I'm like a 50-50 person. I like to be on the computer for so much time. And then I truly get inspired when I go out and smash firewood, or I go out and work in the truck, or work in the garage, or do something with my hands and get dirty and burn wire with the welder or stuff like that. That's where I do a lot of thinking, and a lot of clarity comes out of that kind of work. So I enjoy that. And even messing around down here this week and hanging stuff up and working with tools, that's where I've been. That's where I get inspired. Let me see here. You have 39 watch, 39 likes. Thanks, Dad. 2 boys. Thank you, Tasman. With time comes love and passion. No doubt. No doubt. Hello, bro. Are we bros now? Osang. How are you, Osang? How are you doing over there? Philippines. Osang, I hope you're doing well. I always enjoy seeing you over here from across the world. We have friends all over the place, and that's this shrinks the world. It's a very cool thing. And I hope to continue to build it and build the relationships that we have. It's crazy. The videos that people will put out that are I get inspired from that. Like little videos to me, when I see when I can't be out smashing firewood and I see somebody else out there smashing firewood, or running a log splitter, or whatever their passions are. Especially Healed Heart and Kim. They did that video. I just put myself in the video. Like music to me is I don't know how to describe that, where you can kind of see music if you close your eyes and you picture a video. Do you ever just you can't close your eyes when you're driving down the road, but have you ever been like driving where you kind of you're paying attention to the road, of course, with your seatbelt on, but you're driving and you're just like looking at things and maybe a tune's on, the music's playing and you're just kind of feeling it and you're just kind of there and you're capturing it. Like I thought of that today. It was like even the things that started like as I was driving today, it was like a U-turn sign and the green lights, and I had an idea coming to my head there on a red light, but it was like I'm driving, I'm looking at it, I'm trying to think of where does your face go and where do your eyes go whenever you're driving, and what do you capture? And I'm looking at the mountainsides and the hillsides and the snow on the tops of the mountains, and then the snow is melting on the lower side of the mountains. And I'm thinking like, I wish I had my camera right now. So I have some ideas in my head that I might get back on this road and take some videos. But I think many of you probably do that. And like Kim Wilson, Kim and Healed Heart, their video, Angie, they were it was very cool how they were filming all summer long, I guess, and never said a thing, never had a video on their channel, but they're watching my channel. They're watching Buckins. They're getting some inspiration. And finally they're like, you know what? We're going to put this together. We're going to throw a video out. And I think for their first video, it was excellent. And just the music and stuff like that. I mean, it was awesome. That kind of stuff is motivating to me when you guys do videos. So maybe not to everybody, but I try to be involved and put myself out there, into a video where I can, you can tell the videos that are there from the heart and you can tell the videos that are there for YouTube. I am not, it's so tough for me because sometimes I want to make videos just to throw them out there for like YouTube and to win the views and the algorithm and try to build the audience. But and there's things I could do like film on this camera and make a video on this camera, but I have to do it with balance because I just don't want to be that YouTuber. I really don't. Like it's kind of like I got to do things I'm passionate about. So I am passionate about this camera, and this camera is really cool and it would work for a lot of people. There's plenty of people making videos out on these things, but it's the application of the technology that I enjoy the most with people and interfacing the technology with what they're trying to do. So if that to you is a $10,000, $30,000 freaking Alexa camera with freaking all the gear, yeah, okay, I'm into that stuff. If you want to talk gimbals or you want to talk technology or things like that, I'm into it. But if your level is, I just want to film with my phone and I want to share videos with my grandkids, whether they're on YouTube or not, I want to help you with that too. Because if you're passionate about it, I'm passionate about it. If I'm passionate about it, you might be. So we got to find those dots and align those dots, and that's kind of what I've been working on. But he was pretty fun to make, and that's the other thing that I've noticed is Casterman's here. Casterman, love you, brother. Casterman, you're a good dude, man, and I owe you a phone call too. What was I going to say now? See, I got lost of track. You got the least likes. Now, I mean, that's the thing is there's a balance on YouTube between audience and here's the thing. Yes, you can get something that pops. You can get a video that pops and does well in YouTube. But typically, if you have an engaged audience and they watch your full videos, there's so many signals, and I don't want to get into it tonight, but there's so many signals that YouTube's capturing. It's not just being there anymore. There's so much competition. There's so many things that YouTube's looking at all the time. If you make a 40-minute video and the video drops, well, it could be the greatest video at all, but if people aren't watching it that far and you don't have 50% engagement or 20% or 40%, that's one flag in the YouTube system. It's like, maybe we won't show it to more people. It's kind of a stepping game. It's a snowball effect. And if there's something that stops the snowball, like we are pushing the car, we're pushing the car, and then at 40% we quit pushing the car anymore. It's gonna die off. YouTube's not going to show that car to more people if we have to continue pushing it until it just generates. So it's kind of a balance, but I really believe that if you focus on your core people on your channel at all times, you're going to build a more loyal, a more engaged, more friendships, all these things. So that's a fine line between getting new people to come to your channel and then working for the people that you have your channel. Now it works the opposite way too. So you got to watch sometimes where you focus just on your audience, and then you're never aiming for the fence to bring in new audience, or you focus on one thing too much and you've tapped that market. If there's only 20,000 people that search for this video and in the world on a monthly basis, and you have those people already, you have to maybe try to get into something else to attract more people that can relate. So there's a million things. I wouldn't say a million. There's probably like 10 to 15 core things you can focus on if you're thinking about building a YouTube channel and making it successful. But success to me is if you have 10 people or one person that follows and helps you out and subscribes and comments. So it's hard to, that's like I forget the term I'm looking for, but how you measure success, that's different for every single person. Some it's money, some it's fame, some it's whatever else. So however you guys look at it, just know that you got to align that with your channel or with whatever you're trying to do. And it's a fine balance. And there's a lot of data points that are used whenever, you're doing it, at least on YouTube. Life in the 906. Baskers, what's happening? Watch all the videos all the way through. It's important. Yeah, it is. I mean, it does help. So I mean, when I try to watch a video, I try to be engaged and see what they're doing. A lot of times I watch them at night before I go to sleep. Sometimes I'll listen to them. That's why audio is important. They actually say that audio is more important than the video itself. So if you have clean audio, I know a lot of people use GoPros, and the thing is audio is going to sound really good on a phone for the most times. Like I know a lot of people have GoPros and they put them in cases and stuff like that, and you don't hear the wobbles. Have you ever watched a video where like the wobbles are there, and you can deal with it on the phone because there's no bass. It's a lot of treble and it's a lot of highs. But then you go and watch it on your television and you're like bouncing off the walls and you're like, I can't watch this on the TV. I just watch on the phone. So you got to look at that kind of stuff. So nowadays, more people are at home and more people are watching on their televisions, and smart TVs are out. So people, I watch on my TV all the time. You guys are on a TV right behind this camera, but I watch videos all the time on my TV when I'm chilling out in the bunker, because usually I'm on the computer. I have to keep separate audio. So I'll turn the TV down, maybe watch a video, and then I can still edit and turn the volume where it's just above what I'm watching, so I can do some edits. But I spend a lot of time on editing stuff. One reason why I do YouTube is for memories for my children later on. Exactly. I mean, that's an important part, and there's nothing that's going to separate you from that. So for a lot of people, everybody has a different reason as to why they're building your channels. But you can see when they're fake. You can see when a video is made just to put out to the world. I feel it, at least I can get the feeling where I'm just like, it's I don't know. It's hard to describe. I'm not putting anybody's videos down. It's just in general, like that's part of it. I mean, I feel like when you can see when a video is real, and that's why I always want to say, because I always worry about product videos, because everybody does it. Not every channel is the same. And I never did realize, well, I mean, I realized it, but I didn't think it was that big until I was getting emails and so much help and stuff like that, that like people take my recommendations and trust my recommendations. So I want to try to make sure that I'm only showing the things that are going to work for the audience today. Jay Daniels, what's up, Jay Daniels? How's it going, brother? Thank you for going live. Must head out. Stay encouraged. Larry, thank you, man. Thanks for popping in, brother. I appreciate you. Healed Heart. You can feel the authenticity. Yeah, I mean, I feel that from my subscribers too, and my friends. I don't even know if subscribers is the right word, but I guess on here it is. I feel that too, and I feel, when people are sending texts at the beginning of the day and just saying, "Hey, good morning," or "Hey, good night," that's true friendship there. I mean, that's stuff that you can't buy, and I don't think that happens. I'm still amazed at the level of support I have. I feel like I'm at 100% right now, even though people are like, well, you should grow your channel, you should get it bigger. And you could, I just feel like I'm at 100%. I'm totally happy with where I'm at and however it rolls and however it grows, things like that. I just think that all happens with time. But I think when it's small, I want to put things out there now that even when you look back, because even if something happens where the channel does grow up and gets bigger, that's cool. But I want people to know that, like, I want to stick to that core, and that's probably not the easiest path, but I do have some videos on some tech stuff that I want to share and little things like outdoor stuff. I started doing some things. I wouldn't consider myself like a prepper or anything like that, but I like to be prepared for situations and things like that. And I bought like a medical pack a whole home medical pack, because with the hospitals being overwhelmed and all that kind of stuff, I just thought it's good to have. And I'm known to get myself into accidents and be bleeding out and stuff like that, or whatever. When you're playing with axes and chainsaws and everything else, that kind of stuff happens. But I want to maybe share that with you guys. I spent a little bit of time with my outdoor pack and kind of like my everyday carry pack. So I got some things there. And I just want to be able to share that kind of stuff because it's things I'm passionate about. And I think a lot of people, no matter what career you're into or whatever job, well, we have a lot of things that we're similar in a lot of areas. And I want to share that kind of stuff too. But I just want to know that, you guys to know that it's not a sales pitch here. And I have to do things I care about. And I think for many of you, you're going to find that as you get going on YouTube, you're going to be like, I can make this video and get a lot of views, or I can make this video that I enjoy making and I enjoy having fun with. And I think if you're enjoying it and you're having fun with it, it's going to come through on your channel and more people are going to come to your channel. That could not make sense for some people, but I truly believe that. So Steelborn's here. What's up, Steelborn? Remember that time we talked on the phone, Life in the 906? That Life in the 906. I think you missed my last call, brother, but we'll definitely get connected. Phone calls. I'm going to start just doing group phone calls aside from live streams where we can all join in. If you guys are welcome to Life in the 906 is in there. You're welcome to join my Discord server. We got a Discord server that we kind of communicate into, and sometimes we pop on there and talk. The link I think is on my channel. You're welcome to join in. We try to verify the channels and who people are. So if you join it, make sure it's your channel name or something like that, and we can verify it and get you in there. And we chat in there. I set up a couple little group chats. We're going to use that too to communicate after the Ignite the Fire podcast, which I definitely have some really cool stuff going on with that. So the podcast to me is, I think, going to be fun. I think it's going to shed a lot of insight. YouTubers, anybody that can lend value to you guys and help you guys. That's something that I want to do. Manly's, beauty is not in the face. Beauty is a light in the heart. Manly's, so I think about the Manleys all the time. They have supported me from day one on like a whim. I don't know how to describe that, but with what we're doing, Manleys, you guys are crazy. And that's in a good way, but they're two people that it's not just supporting a channel. It's friendships. It's little things. It's bouncing back and forth, bouncing ideas, communicating. I feel restricted right now because I just can't go there. And I want to be able to just swing over to Buckins or swing over to the Manleys and be able to do something just for, even if it's a weekend or something. I truly believe we can make some really fun content and be able to travel around and do some things. And I will have to prioritize that. So it might be a go what we got to do, have a lot of fun, and then come back to the real life until this thing can get growing and stuff like that. And you just balance it, but get inspired. They say I'm inspired just because of you guys. That's it. That's why I'm inspired. And I know you guys don't expect anything. I see the messages and I see hey, we haven't heard from you in a while, or you haven't put a video out in a while. So I felt that I owed that to you because of just how much I care about this. And, I too have to keep pushing. I too have to keep my focus on the things, balancing the family life and relationship, like all that kind of stuff that has to happen. And I try to do the best I can, but we're all human, you know what I mean? So if you understand where I'm coming from, where all those things kind of bounce around. So, and for those that stay around and those that show up every time, like to me, and I see the chats going crazy, caster picks incoming to your phone. Okay. They say like, surround yourself. If you want to be a millionaire, maybe hang out with millionaires, or, if the people you surround yourself with, and you guys are crazy. Castman, all the better. You don't owe us. We just miss you. Yeah. See, John, that's what I'm saying and I miss you guys. I miss you guys. I want to be able to create. I think about it. I set the camera up. I think about it all the time. And then sometimes I'm just mentally sometimes drained, not physically, but like mentally. And then sometimes I'm mentally drained. I like to get physically drained because it keeps the body going. But, surround yourself with people that lift you up and put yourself around the people that want to see you do well. I want to see all of you do well. to me, it doesn't matter. I hope Healed Hearts channel, I hope they have 1 million subscribers and I'm still at 3,000. That's to me, that's how it is. I don't know if that's like, that's just how I'm wired. So I love that kind of stuff. I like helping people achieve what they want to do, but nobody's going to put in the work for you. So you got to be willing to put in the work. And, you get people asking you all the time for questions and advice, and they're not putting in any work. So it's like, is it going to go anywhere or not? And if you see it, then people can get involved and you get the snowball effect going. If you don't roll the snowball up and try to, start pushing it, it's hard. It's very tough. And, we're all faced with different battles, and that's where it's pretty crazy, but adulting is hard. No doubt. I mean, that's Casterman had a video today, same thing. I think I watched some of it in the truck when I was driving. I was listening to it or something about the on the saw piece, I forget what you call that. I forget what you call it. It just lost my mind, but I know you're building that and starting that out. But I mean, you're building a deck. It's like, for me, actually, I just got lighting in for this studio I'm building, which is going to be awesome, and organized a bunch of stuff there. Got this place where I can move. I got some, I mean, it's never ending. It's never ending, but it's fun. And I'm not complaining. I love being in the fire and doing the work. The fire, ignite the fire to me is like, I love being in the fire. So we got to keep inspiring. I should have did a video of and LOL, totally forgot. You should have, Tim. I mean, it's things like that. People want to see updates. Always have to look beyond the exterior. No doubt. I mean, it's Chris. What's up, brother? Osang, the flavor. Life ain't easy. That's the truth. It hasn't been very easy for many of us this whole year. It's never really easy, but it's all in what you make of it and all in your outlook. I got a nice email that I inspired somebody this summer with just some inspiring message. I'm like, you know what? To me, that was I helped one person in some way, shape, or form get their things going, and to me, that's what makes me. I was pumped up on that today. You feed on the energy and you feed on the feeling, and if there's no feeling, then it's just not something nobody's going to want to do. You got to do things that you love and do things that you care about, but do want to see pictures of your hand. Amen to that. Brian Wigard, you got it going. Buck and Billy Ray. You guys are Buck and I, I talked to him earlier today, and he really pumped me up. And even he was one to text me and was like, hey, I just want to make sure he feels things and you can feel it. And I said, I just having a tough, just tough, because where I want to be and where I got to be. It's like when Buckin was, like he said, it's like when I was building my tree company, same thing, growth pains. And we all do that in whatever level we're doing, whether you're building a house or you're, working for whatever it is, we all have those things where it's like, how do you get to the next step or do the next thing that you want to do that you're passionate about and still maintain and do all these things. And we're constantly juggling those things. So that's where it's been. But Buck, I can't thank you enough. You guys that have really, I wanted to record this video. I wanted to record this and just fire up the camera and make a video. But I feel even on like my message today and what I was thinking about today and just driving the whole way back, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with it live because it's coming from the chest and it's just things that I'm thinking about. And I want to be able to show that stuff and not be afraid to share that with you guys, because I think even on your channels, you could do the same and just put yourself out there and make videos that you care about and that you're passionate about. I think they're going to do better. I think versus just, and it can still be a product video. It can still be like, hey, this is really cool. This battery on this Milwaukee or this flashlight or whatever the case. It could still be stuff like that. You can do things that you care about, but how did this help you, or how do you use it, or how does it, influence what you're doing, and you can do that without selling them and really selling yourself out to the brand. I got brand email. I got brand companies emailing me to work on things. And I know that some of them watch this channel and they're subscribed to me. And I'm like, you know what? I got an email from one and I'll find an interesting way to bring that in, but it's got to do something for you guys. It can't just like, some of those things are just off the wall. I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? Make a video and say it's awesome or what? Like, if it's not something I'm into or that's going to help you guys or find a relationship, I have some ideas on how to make that. I can't put that out there because then everybody will just take my ideas, but there's ways to do it without selling yourself out. And that's where I want to put some focus. I'd rather see a video of the tool being used. I've done tool review. I've done things that I just, like I said, if I do a video on it, 9 out of 10 times I'm passionate about it. I'm like, this is the coolest thing since sliced bread, because when we grew up with these, grew up without these tools, and communications to me and the things we have today, and these cameras, they trip you out, because it's like, man, what they can do and the power that people have. I mean, put a mic on it and get a good Andrew Scott, thanks for going live. Thanks for being here, brother. The things that these tools allow us to do is crazy. And when I see, the average age, I was looking at the average age group of my channel, and I feel like I have a really well-rounded age group, but I feel like I know my target audience and like who I can relate to. And it kind of matches right up with where, so I understand the battles of technology. And if you didn't grow up with technology, and things have changed, going from amateur radio communications and FM radio and AM radio and tube televisions to what's out today, that's the hardest part. And it doesn't have to be that complicated. So just being able to apply the technology and make it work for your use case and for what you're trying to use it for, that's what makes me tick, is like doing that kind of stuff. So I love to see people jump outside of their element and go after something that they've always wanted to do and accomplish that goal, or and at least get started. And this year, there's been at least 40 or 50 channels that have done that. Zone 32, hoping the same, try to share stuff, products, help out, quality. Exactly. How are you doing, country? Don Lewis is here. What's up, Don? Hi, Buck. Yep. What did Buck say? I like cutting trees. Yes, he does. Yes, you do. And I enjoy that too. I was just talking about just physical work. You got to do that. I stared at a computer for 14 hours the other day. It doesn't. I mean, it can pay the bills, but and I'm into tech. Don't get me wrong. I'm passionate about technology and all this kind of stuff, webs and marketing and all this other thing, interwebs. But there's nothing like going outside and just getting out, like looking at the hillsides of the mountain today. I'm like, I wish I just had my hunting pack, sit on the mountain, and I could work from there. I could work from there if I wanted to. Take the laptop and just sit on the side of a hillside. I've done that before, and I enjoy that kind of stuff. So pretty cool. BBR, like watching you cut trees. Yes, people do like watching them cut trees. Caster, community is awesome. Prosperity, health, happiness to everyone here. Thanks, Stillborn. I appreciate you, brother. I'm going to have to come over and check your videos out, Buckin. Yeah, right? Love it, man. Mike Cantrell, 47. I only need one more. Made a change from working on a large company to doing good country living. Everybody's making some changes. It's interesting. Love the ferry ride. That was awesome. I knew Buckin had something planned for you guys, manly, as I knew. I know how he ticks, because like that's how I am sometimes. I go through, I'm like, I have a plan. So it's either you do it this way or you do it this way. And sometimes it's just a little path that we all have. Give a little uniqueness. Man, that video Buck you put up today. Dude, that video today Buckin put up, I got a chance to watch that. That is the coolest thing with that cut. Just taking a tree that's bowed like this and it's leaning back, and then doing the cut on the backside first, getting the wedges in, then if you screw, like he said it today, point blank, if you screw that up, it's launching. If you cut that corner off, it's going. But that is some really cool stuff. I don't think I've ever done a back cut like that crazy. As far as like cut, doing that exact approach, but that's something I'd probably want to have somebody that knows what they're doing, be there, on those situations. But that is a really cool thing to learn and show people. Sid's time outdoors. Nick, got to run. Hit me up. Got a couple questions. Stay safe. Stay positive, brother. Love you too, man. Be safe. Stay healthy, man. Thank you so much, Sid. You know it, brother. Another guy that got his channel going this year. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing here. It's not just starting channels. It's giving people something to do, and more marketing outlet. Like people aren't watching TV as much. They're watching YouTube. They're filtering out the noise, and they're going to things that inspire them, or that's going to bring out the best in you. Be around the people that want to bring out the best in you, or they want to help you, or like push you to move forward. That's what it's all about. Because you're a product of the environment. Too many negatives, things can just wreak havoc on your brain and get you down and out. And we all go through that. I go through it. You guys go through it. Find when you're down and out, text somebody that you know, or call somebody that you know that's gonna pull you right out of the gutter. Like that's the first thing you do. If you're down and out, call somebody or text somebody, your loved one, whatever it is, whoever it is that you can call, that you know as soon as they call you, it's not going to be like, oh yeah, stuff's crazy. Oh, do it to call somebody that's going to be like, what's up? You're sitting on the couch. Get up and do something. Make a video. Like that's the people you want to have around you, in my opinion. Amen. Those two trees picked up 5 McCulloch saws, 3 10-10s, 2 10, 7 10. I can't wait to get out there. Oh man, cut wood. We just call it BR. The journey. Welcome to the chat. Just figured it'd be a good idea because natural disaster. Ready to communicate. Oh, Chad, what'd you get there, Chad? But no, you definitely want to have ways to communicate. I mean, I have communications pretty much within 100 miles of my house, but it's you never know. I mean, you rely on technology a lot, and sometimes it can let you down. Natural disasters, being prepared. I wouldn't consider myself a prepper. I prep enough that I can survive for a couple months or whatever if we have to. But power outages, things like that. Maybe you have a generator and you want to. I thought about doing videos like that, but I almost did a video with those guys have generators. About like the suicide cords and plugging them into your house. And I thought about doing a video on that at one point in time because I could use my motorhome generator, which is bigger. It's a 7,000 watt Onan. I could use my generator from that to run most of the core devices in my house. And then I can also use my little Honda generator to power just, certain areas. Most of my stuff's on battery backup here. So if the power goes out, I at least can keep up some things and things can shut down properly. But there's cool stuff like that I think all of us as a functional, as a homeowner, as a family, we all look at those things of what would we have. To me this year, it was the medical kit because I pretty much carry Band-Aids and some gauze and duct tape. So, the old electrical tape gives you a little bit of flex. The electrical tape, duct tape's not usually good, but electrical tape on the flex with a paper towel, you're good to go for a couple hours or forever. And things like that, super glue. But I never really had a true medical kit. So that was something I invested in this year to have. And I think it's good. Even for on the road, I've been around like this past year, there was an accident and the guy gets out of his car's total. He gets T-boned. I'm right there at the intersection. And I get out and I didn't have enough stuff to help until the medics arrived. And there was a big gap in between that period, and even them getting down the road and stuff where I wanted to help. And I had some things that were helpful, but I mean, he's bleeding out everywhere. And I'm like, I carry now a medic kit in my truck. I have one for the home and one that goes in my hunting bag. So I want to show you guys some of that kind of stuff because I think that's things that you might be interested in as well. Maybe not. Big geographic parts of the internet went down. Tennessee, just think about that. Yeah, I know. It's when that stuff went down, the communications was what it was all about, is being able to communicate. And you never know when things are going to happen. So I try to prepare on a level of, enough food for a little while. We got deer meat in freezer and things like that. We got, generators and fuel. And we stock up on not like overstock, not like, oh my, I got to buy 100 rolls of toilet paper, but enough to survive, get you by. And you can survive way longer than you think you can, even if you're not totally prepared. But I always try to think of things like I always have a pocket knife on me. There's certain things that we all carry, that we all like to have. I thought getting some little conversation going on that kind of stuff would be cool and having some videos like that. But it's just truly it's truly a blessing to be here and to be hanging out with you guys and for you guys to be a part of my life and what we're working on and technology stuff. I love it. So when you guys ask questions, I think you can ask the Hudsons. They were like, we don't want to take up your time. We don't want to take up your time. But we have a couple questions. Can you help? I think we spent an hour and a half on the phone. We were having a blast. My wife's here. Is she in here? Is Katie here? 2 things in total control your life: your attitude and your effort. Yep. And Katie knows I struggle with those things sometimes, and I burn myself out. And that's you just gotta. That's a tough thing. That's a tough thing because there's a lot of people that have it worse too. There's a lot of people that have it worse. And that's where I say that try to put yourself around people that when you call them, it's not going to be, oh, I'm battling the same things, or I truly understand what you're talking about. It's what's up? What can I help you with? That's, to me, that's cool. And I have people even on YouTube and even here across the globe that I feel like if I was down and out, they check on me. They call me and check. Stephen Letts, people like, hey, or text me or get on Discord, and they're in the Discord server and they'll message me and say like, my buddy CP, the tool addict, he always like we'll BS and he texted me I think yesterday today. Hey, you all right? I haven't seen YouTube. A lot of people judge it of how often you're putting out YouTube videos, but just because I'm not putting out a video doesn't mean I'm not working on things to create more things for you guys and to be a part of that. Last weekend I helped teach a chainsaw safety scout leaders. First aid kit is a must. It's definitely, even if it's something little, there's some little kits you can get and build creatively. I can't even talk. But there's some little things you could have. And I think everybody should have that kind of stuff. And I encourage you at this day and age to have some of those core basics and know that you got Band-Aids and you got, Neosporin and you got all that other stuff that you have to have in a medical kit. Let's see, 5 gallons of gas. Yeah, I fill up all my, I use my motorhome as a storage because it has a huge tank and I just keep the motorhome full all the time. So if I need to siphon some out of that, I can. And then I carry like maybe 5 to 10 gallons, but a lot of times I'll just go through and fill up the tractor, every device I have with fuel, even if it sits in there, because I can suck it out if I have to. We'll email Nick Pixel right away. Brian, safety third, right? I've been missing chats, man. Curtis D got shot the biggest buck ever. Congratulations, man. I didn't get to do much hunting. Katie and I went out twice. And we just got out. I think I posted a picture either on YouTube or my Instagram, but we got out twice because in Pennsylvania, it was the first Sunday you could hunt ever, like in 150 years. And we got out Saturday for like 2 or 3 hours. And then Sunday, I didn't get out late season. I like to go out muzzleloader hunting and stuff like that. And it's not really even shoot a deer. It's just to be in the woods. I like to take this out. And if people are hunting, I'd like to go film. That's on the plan this year, is to be able to film. Buckin and I have some ideas on that, is being able to, once we can travel and do some things, is I want to go film with them, do some behind the scenes stuff and work on some cool projects together. I think getting the community together, even if it's in pieces, I think that's a storyline that people follow and that would be fun for everybody. So it's just like, we're not all on our own. We're all contributing to each other and we build our own little community. Some YouTubers just do their own thing and they have their own channel and they don't really interact with anybody. I feel like this community here we have, they want to do that. And that's pretty cool. Whether you're small, it doesn't matter what, don't focus on the numbers. The numbers thing will happen organically or it won't, but focus on content that inspires you and you'll attract those same people that will push you forward. Mike, yes, Lewis. Lyle Davis is here. Super glue for Cots works well. Started in Vietnam. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for your service there, right? Thanks, everybody, for your service. Actually, that's an important thing. The military. Thank you for your service. Hey, Echo Glenn. Is Echo Glenn here? Echo Glenn's here. Is this the Redneck TV station? Yes, sir, man. You've come to the right spot. Echo, I hope everything's going well with your new job and stuff and everything that you've done. Echo's making some moves this year too, and has a lot of cool things going on. And that's really, it's really inspiring, when people share that and what they're going on. And those are things that are tough, and you'll see that people won't put out videos, or they can, or they won't, or things like that. That happens all the time. Stephen Letts, hope you're doing great. Stephen, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate our conversation. Thank you for your service too, Stephen. Stephen's you've been through a lot, brother, and I don't even know if saying just thanks for your service is enough for that kind of stuff and the sacrifices that you've made. That's pretty tough, dude. So it makes me that stuff makes me tear up, dude, because I know that's like when you have to go and you got to do things, you got to do it. So many prayers and blessings to you, brother, all the time. And I enjoy our conversation. I enjoy what you're doing. You're definitely you definitely took the YouTube and video things to heart, and you're having fun doing it, and you're sharing your knowledge and you're learning, and you're not afraid to put out something that like, oh, I'm doing this. You got halfway through the motor and you're like, I got to take it back apart because I forgot to do this. That's real life. That's real life when you're in the garage working on stuff. And no matter how much you're gonna screw things up. And I think that's half the fun. So Steven, thank you so much, brother. Wow. Yeah. Make sure you guys thanks Steven for that. Everybody. I mean, the Manleys, anybody that super chatted tonight, anytime that people super chat, the support, CP, hi friend, much love, dude. CP, CP, thanks, brother, man. That's a guy you can call, and I don't care what you're going through. That's a guy you can call, and he's going to be like, yo, get your head out of your rear. It's time to go. What are you waiting for? Haven't seen you forever. That's cool stuff. Kim Wilson, thanks for being you and for all your contribute to the rest of it. Kim, we're going to just keep doing it the best we can. Okay. That's all I can say is I can't make promises and guarantee things and do it. I got to be passionate, just like your video. I don't care if it takes Kim Wilson and Angie. I don't care if it takes you guys 2 months to build a video, because when you put a video out and your heart's into it, I'm just like, yes, so I'm truly appreciative that I've been able to help you guys with that, and that you put me in your first video, and I was a big part of that. That's awesome stuff. That's awesome stuff. And I don't have to be a part of people's videos. It feels good to know that you help somebody. You know what I mean? That's a good feeling to have, and it's fun to do that for brand new people that you meet across the world. You know what I mean? You just meet across the globe. And I wish we were all in the same neighborhood. We'd probably have a lot of fights if we were all in the same neighborhood, because everybody we'd all have the same YouTube videos, because we'd all be sitting by the campfire. We'd be hanging out by the campfire and be like, oh, that's a great video idea. Next day, we'd all be doing videos. Next day after that, they'd all launch and be like, you copied me. You copied my video idea. But, YouTube's a big place. YouTube is the amount of searches. I love when, videos that other people do that are the same as yours can only really help you. Sometimes they're a referral link that people watch somebody else's video and then come to yours if it relates. So it's hard sometimes to imagine the volume of searches. And I'm not just talking YouTube searches, because you have to remember that YouTube videos index in Google. Sometimes you can actually have, and you can pull your analytics up and see this, but you can actually have traffic coming from Google search, which a lot of times is even bigger. Number one search engine in the world. Number two, Google's probably taking a beating on all these things that are going on right now, but what platform isn't? And that's why people are focusing on websites and their own content and their own thing. I feel like I could quit YouTube right now, dump the channel completely, put videos on my website, and there's a core group of people here that would still continue to stay in touch, would still be a friend, would still pick me up when, lend a hand when I'm down. I would do the same, and I feel like that would happen with or without YouTube. And if you can say that, I think you're doing something. So always look at that. And I don't care if you guys have a YouTube channel or you don't. If you're making videos for your grandkids, or just to celebrate a birthday party, you just want to take better videos, that friendship and that connection is there with or without YouTube, in my opinion. I think it's more powerful than YouTube. So this is just one platform. Look at the support for this wonderful souls. Buckin, you've built a tremendous group of people that want to help and inspire others. And even it's interesting to me, because there's a lot of people in your channel that come there for that specific. It's not chainsaws. It's not anything, whatever you do. If you were tying your shoelaces, people are going to watch it, and they're watching because they care about you. And not every channel can say that. Some channels are just built around the content or around the camera. But if push came to shove and that channel it was gone, there may not be a connection. Now, I'm not saying that with every YouTuber, but I'm saying that there's a lot of them like that, and it's cool. And you can see the ones that put effort into building their audiences, and I think it's important to have that. So think about that stuff with your channels. I mean, for everybody, even if you're a small channel, like, know that when you get be so happy with 2 real subscribers that are going to be there for you, that watch your content, and that they want to be there to push you forward and help you push that snowball and build that snowball effect. Jeff Salisbury, just a little something to help Pixel Nation. Love you, buddy. Jeff, you've been a supporter for a long time here, man. And, I've been a friend to help me. And like I said, you guys have helped me. You guys really helped me on the Christmas thing. I was so thankful for that. Not the Christmas stream itself of, people super chatting on that stream, but the ability all year of these things that build up all year to be able to do that stream and to help people. And that was like a little magical thing in my little world of things that I would have never expected to happen this year. Like I never had a plan for this channel. I still probably don't have a plan for the channel. I'm just kind of navigating as I go. But it was definitely not on my radar, and I never expected it to be this. And some people don't understand that, and that's okay. Why I'm doing it or why, but it's really cool. And I thank you guys for that big time. Is Tin Man here? Tin Man just so good to see you. Great to see you, Tin Man. Tin Man, I was catching the beginning of your video. I think I got halfway through it. Bill Block sent you some stuff, dude. Bill Block's a wild animal, man. I love Bill Block down in Australia. Like that's the kind of stuff, man. He's always sending me messages and great community. Tin Man, if you want to get more power though in your saws, if you take the bearings out of the muffler on power saws, if you take the bearings out, the bearings create drag on the airflow. So if you take the bearings out of the muffler, I know you want to put muffler bearings in them, but if you take them out, the air moves faster. You'll get a couple more horsepower out of them. Just letting you know. Glad Joy was working in the shop. Dude, I'm glad you're here, brother. I'm glad you're here. Dude, I want to be out working in the garage too and working in the shop. I got some ideas and things I want to do out there. And I wanted to film a video tonight, and I thought I want to be authentic and just come on here and tell you guys what's been up and what I've been working on. I'm hoping to have the studio project done in the next, I'd say next week or two. I'm hoping to get that completed. Maybe we'll be able to talk about that a little bit. A couple of things I've been waiting on have showed up today, like these little mounts, but then these little mounts here too. These little ball mounts are great because what you do is you mount this cold shoe. I was showing you guys this earlier, this cold shoe. I guess I didn't show you the other half, but you can mount this on, like, you know, say you wanted to mount this on the wall here, and then you can use a mount like this to mount a light or mount a camera even. And you can do arms too. Like sometimes these little arms are cool. I know that Jay Daniels, my buddy, he likes these small rig clamps that you can kind of clamp. These will open up to a 2x4, which is perfect for like above the workbench. Like it's almost perfect for a 2x4, but you can clamp down to a 2x4, and then you have this little arm that you can kind of adjust and mess around with. And then when you crank this lock, it locks down, and then you'll have you can mount your camera. So even if you can do the mount, you can do a cold shoe mount. There's some cool little things you can do that'll, you know, it's cheap, inexpensive. I wouldn't say cheap. It's good quality stuff. Machine grade aluminum, manufactured from the finest aluminum flakes that you can find. But that's a cool thing there too. It's like $10. I put those mounts up to hang lights around here, and you can even get mounts for like drop ceiling if you're in a drop ceiling environment. But sometimes productivity and not having to have stuff everywhere is a cool thing. Try telling them, Nick. I've been trying to tell them. Those muffler bearings, you got to take them out. You got to get the gullet too, right? I can't explain how grateful I am for all of you, Healed Heart. You all inspire me. Tasman, you can speak of it. You should speak on that on your channel, Tasman, just because like you've built up what, 300 subscribers. Casterman, he's built up like 80 subscribers. Like they're on there. It's a path, and it's a weird thing, but you find yourself. It's a cool feeling when somebody says, "I made my first video or my 10th or whatever," and I'm really enjoying it. Like that's a really cool experience. I use the bench vise. I smashed my phone once because I didn't have a mount. Yeah, proper. That's the thing. Is like I buy Pelican cases a lot of times, and Pelican cases are expensive, but I can't put my expensive gear in a cheap case or afford to get it busted, and then making insurance claims on my case or on technology and equipment all the time. So I try to keep stuff. All my stuff. I have a different setup than most. Maybe I'll share that with some of you, because everything that I do is not like in this little studio here in my house. Or my office. It's on the go. So a lot of times I'm building out kits, just like a med kit or an outdoors kit, like my everyday carry bag that I'll share with you guys. It's a generalized everyday carry. These things are always in it. GPS, the axe, carabiners, just top core things that are always with it. And then if I'm hunting, certain things go in it for hunting. If I'm fishing, certain things go in it for fishing. If I'm just traveling, here's certain things that go in it. So I'm into like kitting things out for the situation, and you're never going to be prepared for all situations. But with camera gear, there's certain things I like to carry, and there's certain gear that I like to carry. And I've been putting some thoughts together, like these clamps and things like that like Jay Daniels picked up and people have bought, or this microphone, and how you kind of build your kits for like maximum efficiency. Because I might get a call that's like, I'm doing a drone video or I need to do this. And it could be like, you take a little bit more than what you probably are going to need. So you're set up for the situation. Like maybe you instead of taking one wireless microphone, you take two because you know that there might be a second person that wants to film. So I'm not gonna say I'm a master or a pro at it, but I've kind of got my own little system down to where when I know what project I'm getting into, I can kit out a system and go. And I did that today, and then I bring stuff back and unload stuff, and I had to check the mail and get some things set up there. But Zone 32 started his channel. He's hammering down, making YouTube videos. This is a lot of fun. Life in the 906, you've taken it to the heart too, brother. You've done a great job of just putting some content out there and having fun. You're not afraid to learn. You're not afraid to give advice. And here's how Life in the 906. Did you ever get rid of the safety chain on your chainsaw? Because I've watched Advanced Nate down there in Florida, and you had a video. Dump the safety chain. That's my opinion. Bucking could probably give you some advice there, or guys that actually run power saws and know everything all the time. That this is their profession. But in my opinion, the biggest change I made on like my Farm Boss 290 was going from a safety chain to a not safety chain, and just doing like a full chisel, full tooth, full house, full chisel chain. Or even a semi chisel is okay, but I think a lot of the semi chisels in like steel, if you go steel chain, you're gonna have that safety thing. It has two links. It has two little tabs where your rakers are. So you'll see two tabs. I've never been able to file those right. I think they cut slower. I think the chain, I think it's hotter when they cut. I think you burn the bars up faster. I could be wrong. Buckin might have to jump in on there and say that, but in my experience, those are things that I would do. And if you run a 462 and you guys are putting these long bars on steels, smash that pin in on the bottom of the saw. I'll make a video and show you that, but smash that pin in so you can turn the oiler up, because you'll burn your bars up way faster. Somebody that does saws, let me know on that. But going from the safety chain to not safety chain, I'm not responsible for that recommendation. I'm not giving financial advice or safety advice or medical advice. This is my disclaimer, but I dumped that safety chain. Nelson, Logan, Nelson Ridge Farm, right on WD. My dad had a dog right before in the 60s. Oh, I'm missing stuff. No need to thank me for your service, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate it more than you know. Dude, I appreciate you more than you know, man. It's likewise. Where did CP go? I missed CP retracted. CP retracted his things. I missed it, CP. CP, send it back. Are you still here, CP? Hola, CP. BSS Ulanzi. Yes, the Ulanzi mount. CP, I hope you're still here. Yeah, dump the safety chain. That's what Stephen Letts says. Logan, good to see you. River Rat, what's up, brother? What do I have to do to get the super chat thing? What do I have to do to get the super chat thing? To get it on your channel? On your channel, brother? Is that what you're talking about? My dealer gave me bad info and said non-safety chain was not available in 325. Yeah, get Bellhopper. Get Bellhopper and them. I try to order as much stuff from Bellhopper because he's push. I can get stuff right down the street, but I like to order, and I do spread the business around to small businesses. But Bellhopper's pushing and doing some things. If he can get you set up, man, call him and tell him what you want, your drive links, what you need. He'll cut it for you. I think he uses Archer chain, unless you like the steel chain. I do like a steel chain. I think steel chain, Oregon chain, pretty good. But you can get skip tooth if you'd like to on a smaller saw though. If you're running a 50cc saw, you're going to be, that's a good saw, man. You could put a bigger bar on that. It's just, I don't even think you need the skip tooth chain. Camera gear he uses. Oh, that's right. Jay Daniels on my website. I have like some of the gear that I enjoy. I don't try to link the gear that I enjoy, but on my website, I did put, I got the Amazon stuff too, but if you want to go to my website and look at some of the gear. I've been trying to load that up a little bit of like things that I use, because there's little things I forget about. And I got to think about the common things that I think help people. So that's what I'm trying to do is put that stuff on there. And I'm going to build that out. I actually have a whole redesign for the site that I think I'm going to work on when I get a little bit more time. I spent some time in the background on it, but that's something I'm going to add as well. Oregon EXL is my favorite chain right now. Okay. So there you go. That's probably a good suggestion. I would trust Tin Man's judgment on that. 906 still makes 325 full chisel. Yeah, they do. They definitely, you can get that cut. I got a steel chain on it today. I wouldn't worry about the safety chain or muffler and blinker fluid. Yeah, right. So what's the best tripod to get for a cell phone for video? So Chris, there's a couple options there. CP, the Tool Addict, he picked up the Ulanzi. Post a link for your Amazon, Nick. Oh, I should. Thanks, CP. But CP had the Ulanzi tripod, which is more of like a flexible. Those what are those things? Like these gear ties. I use these gear ties for a lot of stuff, which you can actually make a gear tie like this cheaper than the gear tie brand. Well, probably cheaper, but I've used copper wire for the smaller ones, and you can dip copper wire and do it yourself. But a 12-2 copper wire, and even like a 14 gauge would be ideal. So go up to one of your light switches, cut a piece of wire out, you'll be good. But these things here, the Ulanzi mount is similar to like this, only bigger, and it's like flexible. I like on mobile. I'm a big fan of like the Joby GorillaPods. The problem with the Joby GorillaPods is and it's not a problem with them. They'll last for a long time, but they do, when you first buy them, they're pretty tight, and then they loosen up, and gradually these little pivot points wear out. And I have ones that sometimes won't hold a heavier camera. But for $40-$50, depending on which model you get, I always buy the bigger ones with the level on it because I like to try to keep my shots level. So some of them have the level, some don't. But the Joby GorillaPod's are pretty decent all around for vlogging. If you need a small tripod, if you want one that the legs extend, there's some cheaper ones out. This one I like. This one extends. It has a couple, but this one's more like $100. So it really comes down to what you want to spend. If you give me an idea of what you're looking to spend, or if you have a Night Pad F, it's actually smooth cutting, but needs more work to get cutting. You can actually be a little more aggressive on rakers on the safety chain. Okay, so there you go. So you can there's Buckin's experience, Buckin experience right there. Actually get a little bit more aggressive on the rakers on the safety chain. So on the safety chain, take them down. You can take them down further, which I've done that too, I think, a couple times because I've had safety chain, but maybe get a little more aggressive, and then maybe that balances it out. Still think they run hotter. I could be wrong. I don't know. I just know that in my experience of cutting, just for me, it just seemed like that was a big shift for me, a big change of going to the full deal there. But this tripod here, you're talking a little bit more money. So you kind of got to have an idea of what you want to spend and then what you need. This one's pretty cool. Now, this one's not going to, the problem is with this one is it's not going to fit on all kinds of environments. So you almost need to be flat. You don't want to risk your camera falling over. This is made for certain things. This Joby, you could be on a hillside and lean it up against something and still be able to get your camera straight, and the legs adjust appropriately. So that I like the Joby a lot, or the Ulanzi, like CP says, and that he bought. He really likes that, and I think Chris Liggett. I sent one to Chris Liggett one time for that. But this is a good little tripod. If you're talking like bigger tripod, it depends what camera you're putting on it. Anything Manfrotto is good. It's expensive. But there's some knockoff ones on Amazon, not knockoff, but like cheaper ones on Amazon for a full size tripod. This one over here, this one's like it's kind of like axes. So you have like your smaller tripods, how heavy they are. Like some are fiberglass. So there's all kinds of variables. But an overall for a phone, you would want to do that, and then you'd want to grab the Ulanzi mount for that. I'll show this real quick. So if you have your tripod, now you got to connect your phone to it, and you want the phone to be sturdy. You can pick up one of these Ulanzi tripod mounts. I carry like 2 or 3 of them because I always give them to customers when they need them, because a lot of people want to just film with their phones. So you grab this Ulanzi mount, and the Ulanzi mount gives you the ability to screw that on a 1/4-20 screw. And guys, you can make your own mounts if you want. It's 1/4-20 screw. That's all that these things use. So if you have a 1/4-20 bolt, or screw, you can make your own mounts on walls. You can hang them. You can screw stuff in. There's a lot of stuff you can do there. But you have the Ulanzi mount. This is aluminum, and then you also have your. So that's going to hold your phone. So you unscrew that. Now you're going to use your back-facing camera. Night, Jeremy. Jeremy Weaver. He's leaving. Is that Jeremy Weaver that's leaving? I just saw the name Jeremy. Jeremy, take care, brother. But you can actually go on to, and I have a case on this. So sometimes I take the case out. I like taking the case off when I'm filming with my phone a lot of times, unless you have a really thin case, because sometimes the case can interfere with audio. But right now this would be set up not for vlogging, but because the screen's facing me. You guys would get the idea. So the screen facing you guys. And now if you have this set up for vlogging, you could do something like this. Try to get the camera as far out as you can to where you're still comfortable, because now you're going to get more depth, because these only have certain wide, if you're not using a really wide lens, like this is a really wide lens for this camera, but on your phones have different widths. So do something like that. Take a picture of yourself. You'll be able to see your, or take a video, just record a video. You'll be able to see what you're capturing behind you. Now, if you want to enhance the audio, you can take this mic here, or any mic for that matter. And I'm going to teach you guys a little trick here, something on this Ulanzi. A lot of people forget about this, but so this mic is only good directional. It's made directional. So I hope this helps anybody that's using a mic. This is how you're going to want to use this mic when you're talking to, or when you're away from the camera. So whether you're vlogging or you have the camera set up, that's how you're going to want to do it. Now, do you notice how this mic's bouncing around on the camera like craziness? These Ulanzi mounts or the mount on this Rode mic is made to take the wire and push the wire into the mount. That's those little parts are for on it. And what that'll do is kind of lock the mic down to where it doesn't bounce as much. So use your wire as a hold, and then make sure that the clamp is in the clamp spot so that the muff stays on the mic. Like, you can't pull this muff off unless you really yank on it. And you can get rid of the muff. The muff's really just for outside, but this is the shotgun mic. So it's made, now my mount's a little bit bent, but that's just because this is pulling on it. But you can run it without that if you're inside, if you'd like. But it's not, if you're going to film your shots, and I hope this is helpful, but film your shots with the mic facing you. And then if you're going to go and turn the camera around and start filming other things, you're going to notice your audio is going to get real low and a lot of bass because you're behind the mic. So what you do is you just loosen it up and then flip it around. So if you're talking to the mic, right, and then you're capturing your scene and you can talk to the mic, you get much better audio stopping and starting and then putting that clip together. The other thing you're going to need is the adapter cable for an iPhone. It's the little cable that comes with your headphones most of the time, the Lightning to 3.5 millimeter. And then you're going to need the TRS to TRS cable. But those are some things that'll help you with your audio. And if you want to see, Nick, I got to get a simple pin on mic suggestions. So for you, Buckin, pin on mics. So if you want something simple, size is important. So let me, size is important. So let me think about this for a second. You probably don't want to do wired, because wired is pretty tough. I think one of the best mics size-wise, if you want to go mobile, and this is going to cover you 20, 30 feet. If you watch Tasman's video, it's going to cover you. He was standing 20 feet away. If you watch his before and after video, you're going to see a huge difference. This is going to pick you up on the go. If you're splitting firewood and you're 20 feet away from the camera, the shotgun mic is going to capture that direction, and it's going to filter the noise from around you as best as possible. So picture it grabbing 100% of the audio this way and probably only 20% the rest of the way around. So this is a good option for one. The other thing you can do is run two mics and split it into two channels. That's topic for another day. But something that's let me see if I have it here. What I use for me that's pretty simple. It's not perfect. There's some new systems coming out that are good, but it's by Rode, and I like Rode because they stand behind their products. And I literally just ordered one for a customer. I have like, this is how much I like them. I don't make this up. I'm not sponsored by them. I care less what you buy. Here's a new set right here in a box for a project. But Buck, and this is these are the little clip-on mics to give you an example of size of that. Trying to think something that's, I mean, can't use a hand because hands vary in size. I'm trying to think of something common. How about a GoPro? So here's a GoPro camera. You guys are familiar with GoPros and their size. This is the mic. So it's very tiny. And what's cool about this audio is you can use it for your phone. It has a built-in mic on the receiver side. So you got your that's not going to focus. I know that, but you got a built-in mic. You can also plug in a wired mic. So they call those lav mics. So you can put this in your back pocket, run a wire up through your shirt if you want to, and have a little lavalier mic. Or you can just clip this to your shirt. So I could clip it on my hoodie, reverse or whatever, a t-shirt or in a pocket. And all you're going to see is that little clamp. You can buy them in white or black. But and then this receiver here goes on your camera mount in your cold shoe mount. So if you're using the Ulanzi mount on your phone, I hope this is helping some people just to show you what you can do. Where did the Ulanzi mount go? I'm losing track of where I'm setting everything. Oh, right here. So on your Ulanzi mount that's holding your phone, you would just slide this right into the cold shoe mount, and then your wire comes out and goes into your phone. So this is a good wireless solution, I would say. I'm going to do a video on that. Mike Casterman says, Sohn, thank you, friend. The GoPro 9, Mike picked up a lot of conversation in my Hey video. Yeah, the GoPro 9, Mike, the internals, there's multiple mics. You can control those microphones, Jay Daniels. You can control like even phones. Well, phones, sometimes you can't control them, but on some things you can control. On the GoPro, you can control like what mic is on and what you're using. So if it's like 360 sound or if it's just the directional mic. And if you plug in on the GoPro, you have the external mic. They make external mics for GoPro. So if you're using your GoPro on the Hero 8 or Hero 9, and I don't have my 9 here, but you can get this this mount here for the GoPro that has at $79. It has the mic built in, and then that will give you your directional audio, more like a shotgun style mic. It's not the best, but it's better than standard. But the Rode Wireless Go is a nice, clip it on. You can hold it if you want to. If you want to interview somebody, you can just use it as an interview. It's not as traditional as holding a microphone, but this is a very small setup to have, and that would give you wireless. And then if you're splitting wood or doing something, you're not worried about ripping a wire in half. And you could still use a wire if you'd like to, but these work pretty well. The distance on them isn't the best, but they've come a long way. And Rode stands behind their products, so that's an option. I hope that helped you. If you have any more questions, I'm just looking to get started, make some simple videos to see if anyone will watch them. Well, start without the microphone. Start without any investment. Start with your phone. Best things to do right now is make sure your phone settings are good. Go into your camera settings. Make sure you're at like 1080p if your phone does 1080 or at least 720. But 1080p, you don't have to start shooting 4K. 4K requires more processing power. It requires more of everything. The better the camera and the more even the GoPro Hero 9, if you put that in 4K or 5K mode, you have to have a powerhouse of a processor to edit those videos. So now you get into buying a computer and everything else, or having a good phone to process and render those videos. So always think of the more complicated you make it, the more complicated everything else becomes. But core things you can do right off the bat: audio is probably more important than the video. But a phone today, if you're put yourself in the right environment for your first video. Don't be standing by a highway and trying to talk to the camera. Unless you're a highway road construction worker, then make it work. We'll understand. You know what I mean? But maybe people will watch them. Will they work with GoPro 6? So GoPro 6, they don't have a mount. They don't have an external shotgun mount for the 6, but they have one for the 9. GoPro 6, you can still run external mics on GoPros. The GoPro is kind of sleazy how they did this, but they make you buy the adapter. On the Hero 8 or Hero 9, I wouldn't buy the mic adapter for something like the Rode. I'd just buy the 79 because you're going to spend $40 for the stupid dongle cable because we live in the world of like dongle cables that you have to connect everything. So if you're going to spend $49, you might as well spend 79, just have the case and be good to go. That's my personal opinion. Some people would just buy the dongle and be happy and plug in a mic, but GoPros are made to be able to be on the go, be in the rain, be in the water, be in the snow, toss around, put them on a tractor. That's what they're made for. So to me, when you start getting dongle cables and all these accessories on your GoPro, it kind of defeats the purpose of a GoPro. I guess if you're using it for that, and that's all you're using it for, then that's one thing. But to me, I think like with the Hero 8 or Hero 9, I'd just buy the media mod. They call it the media mod. And then, you know, you can go from there. The media mod is going to help you with audio. It's not going to be perfect, but if you're filming with a phone or any other DSLR, the cool thing about this, like I said before, when you buy these things, whether it's these wireless units or this wired, if you ever transition to a DSLR camera or a professional camera or whatever the case may be, these can stay and move along with you. So you're buying it once, you buy once, cry once, I guess they say, for the most part. So will they work? You are way behind. Yeah, I'm this is crazy. I'm sorry. Rode mics are awesome. J-Dubs Outdoors, brother. You're doing a great job, man. Keeping up with everything. Thanks. Sweet. Love you. No problem. Tin Man, I'll email you. I got more junk for you. Muffler Delete. What's up? Tin Man, thank you. I seen you on Vice Grip last night, bucking. Ray Rogers. Hey, Nick, why don't you put mic kits together and sell them? Ray, here's the thing. I don't want to sell anything to anybody. To be honest with you, I just I want to help people. So I have some Amazon links and stuff that help the channel out, a little small percent here and there. People, if they choose to use my links, they can use them. I'm passionate about this stuff. So I like to vibe on the energy and just this is stuff that I use all the time. And I like creating simple kits for people. So maybe I can make a website page on my website page, say like, hey, simple kit. I did do a video. It's called like YouTube starter kit for under $150. And technology is changing every day. I'm testing out this mic. This mic is pretty neat. It's the Deity mic. It has a mic in the front and the back, and it has a little switch on it that you can control if you want both mics on. So now if you're vlogging, you can be like this and, you know, talking to the camera or talking away from the camera. And then when you switch the camera around and you start talking, this mic is actually, I think, 10 dB lower or 10% lower than this mic. So this one records quieter. It splits the channel in the camera. So you have a left and a right, and then you have to fix it in post. But you have both audios. So now you can just go like this and go like this without actually moving it. Problem is they kind of screwed themselves here. And I think they're going to fix this because it's an important part. It doesn't work right on mobile devices. From what I can tell, even with adapters, it doesn't work right on mobile to where you can still get those separate channels. So they kind of made it for DSLR cameras, and it's good. I didn't want to recommend it to people to go buy yet for phones because they're going to find out that it's not going to do what they expect it to do. But I think sooner they're on the right track with this. And there's another new mic that everybody's talking about. All the YouTubers that talk about gear, you'll notice they release all their videos as soon as the product's out. They're sponsored by the companies. They a lot of them do give you there's some credible people that give you an honest review and an honest first look and an honest microphone. But when they all launch at 10 o'clock on this day and everybody's talking about it, digest a little bit first because all the other things are going to come out. And that's happened with this mic. It's happened with a new mic that has like 2 directional arms. I forget what it's called, but I think Rode actually made it. Or some, I forget who made it, but Konica mics. They just launched a new one, and it is innovative. It truly is. But it has like a shock mount. Everybody has their opinions, but they all launch their videos at the same time. I'm skeptical on that sometimes when everybody does that. And some YouTubers are really honest. They give you the honest feedback, and then some are just looking for the sales thing. That's not me. I just don't want to sell things to people that don't need them. And some people will go out and buy a bunch of stuff and they don't need it. But heck yeah. What do we buy? This man is working hard. I'm trying. I'm in the mix right now. This is kind of like Buckin'. I don't have a drum set. I don't have a drum set anymore because I have the cymbals and everything in the back room, but like I do have a soundboard though. I can put the drum kit on there. I don't even know if you guys could hear any of that because I don't even think I turned it up right. But yeah, this is my. I'm left-handed, but anyway, we should get the virtual drum kit going. But I'll get to that. I'll get that solved. But anyway, I do like audio and sound. Oh, let's be kind. No West, heck yeah. Try to vibe. Thank you, Nick Fix, for all you do. Thank you, brother. What's the best mic for wind on my mud boat? For wind, anything with wind can be solved, dude. One of the best things I ever did, like even like point and shoots that have like built in, you can't plug in an external mic. This little wind muff I made from a thing at Walmart cost me about 10 cents and some 3M tape to cover it. Anytime you have a mic port, this was like, I forget what this was, but it was just like, it's breathable, but it's just a little wind muff that you can put on. And some manufacturers make them, but anything with a wind muff is going to help you in wind. Directional mics. And this wind muff is like, if you're outside, I just leave this on even if I'm inside, but if you're outside, put a wind muff on. This is going to take, and a directional mic is going to take a lot of the noise down. Like this is going to take a lot of the noise down. On the GoPro Hero 9, there's a foam container. That's what like the foam is over this mic here, and the dead cats they call them. So anything with a dead cat, that's going to help you with your audio. Thanks, brother. Muffler delete. Kim Wilson. Thanks, Nick. Integrity is why we keep coming back. You take it, run with it, brother. Big love back at you. 1080 30 linear. Yeah, on a GoPro 9, if you don't want your GoPros to look fisheye, do linear footage. So 1080 30 is probably common for most. We'll do a video on frame rates, so for slow motion and stuff, because if you ever notice on slow motion, you'll see like videos that are going like this, and you think that's slow motion, but when you only have, so standard cinema, what the human eye looks at is like 24 frames a second. So picture 24 pictures being taken every single second. And to that, for us, it looks smooth and you get motion blur. So put your hand in front of your face, go like this, and see if you can see any of the wrinkles on your hand. You don't see it. You have a motion blur of your fingers going across. So that's at like 24p a second. When you film at 30, you can slow down a little bit, but if you slow down more than 24, it's going to start getting choppy. So if you're filming at 24 or 30 and you try to slow it down 50% and you think you're going to get this awesome slow motion, it's not going to happen because the system, let's and timelines get involved with this too, but basically what's happening is there's big gaps in between because the camera's only taking picture, 24 frames in a second. You start slowing that down, it doesn't look good to the human eye. When you increase your frame rate of what your camera's shooting at, some cameras will use like 60p or FPS, you'll see. But when you start looking at higher frame rates, it starts you start getting more data. So you'll have it's like when I want to shoot some slow motion, it's like 60p, 120p, 240p. Like GoPro footage, the GoPro can do 240p. Some cell phones can do 240p. So it's taking 240 pictures in a second. So now when you go to slow that down, and you can go down, depending on your timeline, you can go down 10%, or I mean, like 80%, 40%, 50%. Let's just use a simple number for right now. If you're shooting 60 frames per second and you have a 30 frame timeline and you're shooting at 30 frames, basically what you can do is you can take the 60 frames and slow it down 50%. And when you slow it down, you're still going to get that buttery smooth slow motion where it looks like it's going down. So there's little tips like that. I'll make a video on that if that helps and that can help you. But frame rates are important. It's not important to get started. But 1080, if you film on a GoPro linear, when you start getting wide angle lenses, that's where it gets fisheyed. And especially if you're cutting trees down, or if you're trying to show things that like a telephone pole, you don't want it looking bent. You don't want it looking like this in the corners of your video. And the corners are where you're going to notice it the most on your edges around. So even on some camera lenses, like a 15 millimeter lens, I'll shoot it like 16 or something, just because like sometimes they start getting that fisheye, the fish look. So if you use linear, that's going to help you. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll help you make a GoPro look a lot more like a standard camera. So that's just a tip for GoPros. Mike, couldn't agree more. Who else goes and makes videos? Dude, you should make them. I mean, if I hope this inspired you guys in some way to go out there and do it. I just wanted to hang out tonight for a little bit and get some of this stuff. I do want to make videos and this stuff, and I know I can crank out videos. I always wonder, like, are people going to like these videos if I just do tech stuff? Because I'm an outdoors guy. I'm on tech every day of my life. So imagine working for the steel mill and then coming home playing with steel all night. It's sometimes you have to have a balance. So for me, it's like I do so much tech, and then I want to get out there and do other things. And I'm passionate about splitting wood and hanging by campfires and things like that. So I try to balance that. But if you guys like these kind of videos, I'll do what I can to help you on tech. I'll do what I can to give you fun videos of things that I'm working on. And that's what I'm kind of bouncing around. But that's cool stuff. Couldn't agree more. Awesome, Cashman. Do they work in 30 below? I'm a 1080 24 guy, J-Dub says, all day long. Yeah, so 24 frames is like what you're going to see in the movie theater, except for some like new digital movies. So like if you're going to do like most movies, let's just say the average movie when you go to the cinemas is going to be 24 frames a second. Where like sitcoms and like TV shows and stuff started, that's where like 30 frames a second. And it's actually really 29.97, but 30 frames a second is basically like your television shows and most of your stuff on television today. So you kind of match up to that. And 30 frames a second is still good. And it still gives you a little bit of a window to slow some stuff down if you're on a 24 frame timeline. Let me mention this though too. And when you guys start playing with your frame rates, I don't want to start screwing you guys up, but most editing software will grab whatever the first clip you put on that timeline. When you start a new project, whatever software you're in, when you start a new project, it's going to ask you what your timeline, what you want the system to look at timeline wise. So try to match up whatever you're doing. If you're filming it, unless you're trying to film slow motion and take it step at a time, you can experiment, but try to match up. If your phone's at 1080/30 and you're filming between your phone and your GoPro, make sure your phone's on 1080/30 and your GoPro's on 1080/30, or at least if you want to film 4K on your phone, that's fine. And 1080, that's fine. That number is just going to give you more resolution and more density, let's just say. But your frame rate, at least make sure it's 30 and 30, unless you're trying to do slow-mo with one or the other. A lot of stuff I personally film, I film a lot of stuff in 60 frames a second because I have the processing power and the systems and the setup to do it. This way, if I do want a slow motion, I can do that as well. But it's interesting to see that. So, Cashman, Nick helps out so many people. His proposal, love this guy. I'm always trying to motivate, dude. CP, you're always trying to motivate me, brother, and you do though. I mean, you guys do. Like CP and people who keep in touch with me and are always looking out. And even if I don't get a chance to respond right away, understand that it's crazy, and I get back as soon as I can. But this week has definitely been tough because I wore myself out. But it's one of those things where I need that too. You guys need that. So I like to be that light for you guys. And you just know that you guys, when you do that kind of stuff, you're being a light for me to inspire. And today I was driving home and I was like, I got to do a live stream. I can't believe it's been since December. I'm a little let down on myself for letting it go this long, but I'm not going to apologize for it because it's all just the things I'm working on is all to make things happen. And I got to make things happen for my family and my wife and that kind of stuff. And I got to spend time with her, and I got to be better at all these things and better at YouTube. And it's just it's a fine balance between all of it. Doesn't overload my processing equipment. Yeah, that's true. That's true. YouTube compresses video, so I don't shoot mine in 4K, and it's somewhat cleaner in 1080. And I'm a video nerd, so I notice things that most don't. Yeah, exactly. So I mean, 1080 is fine. 1080 is fine. I try to make it easy for people. 4K is going to involve more time to process, more power that you need to be able to do it. It's going to give you a better picture. Yes, no doubt. You put that on a TV or you put it on a 4K display, you're going to notice a difference at 1080. 1080 is going to look a tad bit fuzzy, but you can take 4K, compress it down to 1080, and deliver it in 1080. I filmed some stuff in 8K. I filmed some stuff in 4K. Like I'm talking all eye, full tilt. But it's when one clip in 8K is like a gig for a 6-second clip, you're starting to now your hard drives, and then you end up having to buy hard drives, and you end up having a stack of hard drives, like SSD hard drives like this, that you have to offload data to, and then it gets wild. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary to get going. If you're a big YouTube channel, And these are your tools. Like if you have an equipment company, a heavy equipment company, or an excavating company, you're going to have excavators. For me, this equipment is not just for YouTube. It generates revenue and makes money. So for me, that's why I have this stuff. If I didn't make money with it, I'd probably have a phone. I'd probably have a phone, this Joby Pod, this Ulanzi, and a mic, and you can make some excellent videos with that. So I always try to tell people, like, don't get ahead of yourself. But there's different levels. Now there's guys like J Dubs that film a little bit. Yeah, I think he has a 7D or something, a Canon 7D. Like he's going to film a little bit. He might have some higher end stuff. So I got to make the channel a little bit around everything. So if you have something specific you want to ask, shoot me an email, connect@nickpixel.tv. Shoot me an email, ping my website or whatever. And if you have a question that you want some help on, as I get time and go through my emails, I'll respond back and see if I can help you. And if I look at your channel and I can see what would help you, I'll definitely make some suggestions. And it's all constructive criticism. So I'm never tough on, I try not to be tough on people and say like, oh, this sucks. Nothing sucks. Like what you're doing, if you're putting videos out and you got inspired enough to go like this and pick up a camera and put videos out, you're doing it. You're making it happen. And that's important. And, I think I almost even have, if the Manleys are still watching, I see the Manleys little smiley face, but I think I even almost have them inspired enough to go out there and make a video. It doesn't have to go on YouTube. Just make a video for yourself. You'll have it, text somebody, text to a friend, say, hey, it's my first video. It's not about that. It's about making things happen. So if that's something you want to do and be better at, I'm not perfect. I'm learning every day too. This stuff moves so fast. You can go crazy in it. And my YouTube channel, I could sit there and edit videos and color grade and do all this other crap. I do that for work. I don't want to do that on my channel. I want to be just like everybody else on my channel and go out there, smash firewood, have fun in the woods, have fun, do whatever I want to do. And I film the simplest way I can. I'm not taking out like crazy stuff. Every once in a while I'll get froggy and put a little bit more effort into a video or whatever, but it's not something I want to do all the time. It's something I want to just be able to like share stuff and help people out, and you can get started really easily. I'm gifted, unfortunately. I make content all the time. I have thousands of ideas. I feel bad for people who are having a hard time. I really understand starting it. Ported a 1010. I have an 80D Canon. No, nice. Yeah, the 80D that's one of the popular YouTube cameras from a couple years ago. The 80D was a really popular YouTube camera. It's a good camera. Canon makes a great camera. The best part about Canon, if you guys are looking at DSLRs, Canon and Sony probably have like some of the best autofocus. And for most people, you're not going to shoot manual, so the autofocus is pretty accurate on a Canon. This is a Panasonic. It has okay autofocus that I'm on right now, but CP, you want me to show that because it has your email or whatever? Do you want me to show that? CP, actually, just ping Life in the 906. He's in our Discord channel. Got to roll. Thank you, Nick. Tasman, thank you so much, dude. Thank you. Love you all. Keep that spirit fire. Love burning. Yes, exactly, Tasman. Yeah, I'm not staying on too much longer. It's getting late this evening. Glad you liked that. Good country living. Did I miss something from the Manleys? Because I've been missing so many things. You guys say I rock, man. I appreciate you guys big time. Yeah, I hope this was helpful. Tin Man, I hope he's just talking. I'm so buying a mic now. This is awesome. Tin Man, dude, definitely check out Tasman's video before and after. I have videos of before and after mics too, but check out Tasman's. Go visit somebody, check him out. You'll see the difference, and it's a big difference. And if you need help with it, let me know. Make sure you get the right setup for your phone. And definitely audio is going to help you guys. Audio is important. If I was going to take one step aside from a phone, I'd probably say audio would be it. Make sure you guys wipe off your lenses every time you film on your phones, because even though you don't think there's a smudge on there, wipe those off. Use your rear-facing lenses the most you can. It's that kind of stuff that'll really help you. Time flies. Lyle Davis. Without a doubt, this is great. Hey, Smitty's, I'm looking for an endoscope that doesn't have any experience, anything to avoid. Make the outdoors videos. Yeah, definitely. That's definitely something I want to do. Hardest part about new challenges, first step. Right on, Lyle Davis. You are right, my friend. Proctologist. Yep. Oh man, let me scroll down here. Nick makes great videos, pours his heart and soul. Yeah, that's I talk to people about that all the time. Sometimes it's better to help others than it is to really do it yourself. But it's it's something I got to be passionate about. I can do a product video, but I got to like the product. I got to be passionate about it. I got to be using it for a little while, or know that it's a cool product or just something innovative. That to me is important. And that's why beginning message on this stream tonight was just like, know that when I do something, it's not to sell you anything. It's just to share with you. I like to have oil on my lens when I film. Exactly, Tin Man. Exactly, brother. Tin Man's no. I mean, you can see it when you're going to notice it in your videos, and you'll see it like when you're around lights. So if I had just touched that lens right now, you'd see like maybe where this light's at here, and I have like literally this is like this light I never put in the right position, but I have a piece of paper over that light just to dim that light down. And I have lights over here and the other one over here. But what was I even going to say? I lost track of what I was going to say. But as far as if you put a smudge on a lens, or if it's just a little bit, a lot of times when light's hitting it, it's going to reflect that light, and you'll see it in your video. So if it's not clear, make sure you wipe off your lens. Carry a little microfiber towel with you, and that'll help you out. Bucking. Anyone start out your first videos not be good, and you'll be you're definitely your own biggest critic whenever you start out with your own videos. But I think when you have people that care about you and you put those videos out, they don't have to be public. If you share them with a few people and say, hey, give me some feedback, put them unlisted, send the link out, or make them private and share, and send the link out with an unlisted video and just say, hey, can you check this out? Give me some feedback. I won't share that with anybody unless you want it to be shared. But it's things like that where I'm the toughest on myself, and that's just to push forward and to do more things. That can be your worst enemy though too, because that can prevent you from going. And I'm learning that more and more, and more people are emailing me saying, dude, just don't worry about it. Just throw videos out, whatever you're working on. People just want to see your updates. And I thank you guys for that. I thank my core, this whole thing for, all of you for helping me with that and just trying to break me loose of like, man, I don't know why I don't just pick up the camera and go. It's hard sometimes, but I'll say that. But know that I'm trying. You guys should try. We should all try to push each other. It's worked. We got like 50 some new channels this year. We got people inspired. I see Kim Wilson in there. People that they filmed all freaking year. All year they filmed little clips just on their phone and then put it together and put this little storyline together. It was like a story. I know more about what they worked on this year than that. To me, that's awesome. I think that's the coolest thing. That's what inspires me. And then watching that video, I'm like, I want to just do those things too and put those simple things together and just make it fun. It might not get 10 million views on YouTube. I don't think that was the point of it. It was just, the point is going from A to B. So that I feel good about that. Oh yeah, and use Good Country Living, Bucking Army. Use Bucking Experience. Hashtag for if it's an outdoors woods video chainsaw stuff. Use that. Use Nick Pixel. People have been hashtagging Nick Pixel TV. They've sent me private videos to say, hey, check this out, or hey, thank you for your advice. Whatever it is. Let's just help each other move the ball forward and keep pushing forward this year. And make some things happen. I feel way more inspired now than I did 2 hours ago. I mean, this is what it's all about. And I wish we were all sitting by the campfire kicking these ideas, because once we get a chance to get together, and once we get a chance, like I'll have some equipment, I'll be able to show you guys some stuff. Like we're going to make some fun videos. And once we have, I think the energy has got to go. And Ignite the Fire podcast, I'm going to put that on every platform. I think as far as I think I'm going to do that, is put that on every platform. I'm not happy with some platforms right now, but other than that, I'm going to put them on every platform, and hopefully, you can listen to it. We'll have some stories there. We'll have some cool people on for that. There's definitely some really cool, interesting people that want to be on there, and that's going to be a fun thing. I still don't know how to do shorts. YouTube shorts. If you have YouTube shorts, so here's how you do YouTube shorts in a nutshell. If you want to launch shorts on your channel, right? Vertical videos on your channel, or videos under 1 minute long. You use the hashtag shorts in the description or the title of your video. They have to be under a minute. If you have the YouTube Shorts feature, it's going to show up, which I happen to have. So when you hit the plus sign, it says upload a video, create a short, go live, create a post. So I can hit create a short, And they basically built this, like, they don't have the music and stuff in it yet. You can edit a video to this, but this will give me up to a 15-second video that I can, and I can see my lens on my front lens is foggy. It's foggy right now. It needs wiped off. But so if you don't have the shorts feature, you can upload a video less than a minute long, and you can use the hashtag shorts, and that can put it into your title bar. And typically it's vertical videos. So the shorts bar on your channel is shorts videos. So I can show you that, but hashtag shorts under a minute, and you can make a short happen. Dang, you've inspired me tonight. Now I have to film. J-Dubs, just do it, man. Just do it. We're gonna, J-Dubs, you're a couple hours, brother. We'll have to meet up in the mountains somewhere, and we'll make a cool video. We don't even have to say anything in it. We'll make a behind the scenes, and then we'll film something epic if you want to. We'll take out the R5 or something in the gimbal, or I guess, or whatever. But I'd love to be able to do that kind of stuff, man. And 2 people, as long as we stay 6 feet apart, 12 feet apart for 7 hours, 10 days, whatever it is nowadays, we should be good. So we'll make it happen. We'll wear a mask, and we'll be safe. We'll be safe and healthy, and we'll have a blast. So that's definitely, you learn a lot. Word you repeat. Our stuff we'll do every day. Don't think about it. That's for sure. Yep. Gratitude and thanks, heavy hitters, super chatters. Dude, it's unbelievable. Truly a blessing. It's true, no less. Yeah, filming yourself is a stretch. It's definitely a stretch. But let me tell you this. For most people that have started, Zone 32 started a channel. A lot of channels. I can't even go through them all. A lot of channels this year. I bet you if you started a channel this year in the chat, tell me in like 2 words how you felt after you made your first video or 2. Like, did you have fun? Like, because that's what I hear. People were like, I didn't think it would be that, like, it was really scary, and then all of a sudden they made a video and they're like, that was the most fun I had. Now that's for the few people, but if you started a channel this year, that's having somebody else tell you that. And I don't want it to be just me, because I like doing videos, so it's not, I'm cool with it. But for some, that's the toughest part, is to getting that first one out there and then saying, like, I look stupid, or I didn't say the right things, or I said and and a lot. I do that all the time. I say and ands. Yeah. So you see what I'm saying? You focus on it, and you get better. But your 10th video will be better than your first. But if you definitely, like Nelson Ridge Farm, really fun, freaking awesome. Life of the 906. Like, guys that started their channel very, very scared. LOL. I mean, it's tough, but I think once you get going and you actually do it, for most people, I think yes, it's hard to describe. But I think once you get a video and you get a couple comments, whatever the comments are, good comment, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever it is, hey, give me a thumbs up. But whatever it is, if you for the most people, they've emailed me, and even if they won't say it publicly, they're like, that was really fun. I have new ideas now. That wasn't as bad as I thought. Those are the kind of things I hear. And some were like, oh, it was tough, and I don't think you're going to like it. And they'll send, it's the effort. It's the thought. It's the showing what you're up to in life. Those are the cool things that I think most people worry about. Unless you're always going to have haters. You're always going to have people that want to down you if you're doing something. That's always going to happen. If you don't have haters, you're probably not doing anything. But it's look at, have fun. Don't even worry about that stuff and just focus on the positive. There's just no room for negativity this year. I can't take it. It sucks the life out of you, sucks the wind out of you, makes you not want to do things, makes you not a happy person, makes you treat people worse. Positive. Be around the people that reach out their hand, want to help you, reach out their hand and want to pick you up. The person that when you call on the phone, the first thing they say is, how the heck are you doing? What can we get into? Like, that's important. That's important today. What's your email? My email is connect. You can use connect@nickpixel.tv. It's on my channel if you click on the about page too. Lau David. David's out. Keep it up. Night, Lau. Lau, is he leaving? Take care, Lau. Thank you so much, man, for being here. Tim, man, that's what I need to do. Hey, Buckin, how are you, buddy? Steve's here. Steven Letts is here. It's a way of communicating. It's just great. It is. And it sucks whenever I can't put the communication out for my part. That's when I start getting texts. Are you live? Are you doing all right? I was grinding, burning myself, to the core, trying to get some things done and knock things out. And like I said, I like being in the fire. I like doing that kind of stuff, and just know that some of those things I have to do, and until I can, I'm just working it. I'm just working the path. There's no excuses. I'm just working the path. That's all it is. Make sure you take pictures. Yes, Nick, you don't want to. Lyle Davis, let the haters hate till they ask if you're hiring. I know, right? Exactly. Duct tape can't hold me. Lyle Davis. Oh, Lyle Davis. I got some duct tape that'll hold you, man. I got that good 3M stuff. That's I watched Project Farm. Project Farm did a good video on duct tape, the strongest duct tape out there. And Buckin's coming up with his own custom brand Buck tape. So when he comes, my wife came out with that. Katie came up with Buck tape, and she said he should use Buck tape for all his stuff. I said, yeah. Oh dear. Gorilla Glue might. Yep. Try to get duct tape in. Truth. Might as well go give a video. Yeah, you guys. I'm waiting, Kim and Angie. I'm waiting for the next video. Are you freaking honest, people? We're trying out this video stuff. It actually made it fun. See, I'm telling you, it's neat. It's just neat, and the people you can connect with, and even if it's one video. Stephen Gwynn did a video this year. Stephen emailed me. Like, there's just a lot of people out there that took the effort to make a video, and you could see when they're inspired, and that's cool for me. And for me, it's just like, I'm building a lot of websites, I'm building a lot of marketing stuff, like big stuff, like just big stuff. And it's I love doing that stuff, and I got to keep my team rolling, got to do that kind of stuff and all that fun stuff. But it's a balance. Life's a balance of all kinds of things, and you got to do your best juggling those things and prioritizing how you have to prioritize. And we do what we can. That's all we can do is do what we can, and go 110% or 85%, whatever your motion is. But I can tell you with YouTube and friendships and everything, the more you put into them, the better you'll be. YouTube is a blast. Don't go in the mindset of being that next Jake. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to, like, some videos pop that you don't even expect to pop. You know what I mean? It's cool. Buckin's the master with the duct tape, and duct tape. Lyle Davis, ratchet strap. Yeah, that's good. Ratchet straps. That's Katie's favorite thing. Ratchet straps. She likes ratchet straps, man. She bought me ratchet straps for Christmas a couple years. I have so many ratchet straps. Look, we need to do better. Try to share, make an adventure informative. Jake Paul, yeah. Well, if any of the big YouTubers, but I don't know. I think I'm going to sign off here shortly, though. I'm fired up. I almost want to make a video now, and I'll be up for a little while. Every time after a live stream, I get a couple texts and stuff like that, and then I go nuts. You know what I mean? And I can't sleep. I got projects tomorrow. I'm going to try to knock out tomorrow. Get done what I got to get done. We can read our comments. Not all channels can. Hello, Nick. Twisted Tips. What's up, brother? Great to see you, man. It's been a while. But yeah, my best video is an 18-second video. Dude, but you make good. That's the thing. You make videos, though, J Dubs, that you're passionate about. You can see that. You're an outdoorsman, so you're passionate about that stuff. And it's fun to see those the shots. And actually, I enjoy your videos with the smoke poles, you know what I mean? With the like flintlocks and stuff. I enjoy that stuff too. I don't ever care if I shoot not if I'm successful whenever I just go out there and be able to get in the woods and enjoy nature and the sun rising and the cold and the heat and whatever it is. It's fun to be out there with streams and just be out there. And I think that's important. So if it's important to you, you'll find the right people. So instead of trying to impress people that don't really care about you, you'll find the people that are into those things and like you for who you are. And I think that's an important piece. But you're busy, man, dude. I'm nonstop. But so is everybody else. I can't sit there and say I'm busier than anybody else. Everybody has things that weigh on them. Like I said, sometimes I'm mentally strained and I'm done thinking. I have to be done thinking. I work myself. My eyes get all crazy, get the lights on. And then sometimes I'm physically, but I enjoy being more physical than anything else. And then, having the brain going. So sometimes it's a balance of those things. And it's I can't say I'm busier than, nurses and doctors and all these other like people that have, 12-hour shifts. I did that stuff welding for years. You know what I mean? 12-hour shifts, 14 hours, burning wire, inhaling all kinds of crap smoke. Like everybody has their things. So we're all busy. We're all doing things. And when you add another thing, here's what's tough is when you add a new thing that you're really passionate about and you really enjoy, and you want to dedicate time to it, but you have all the other priorities. That's the hard part. And that's with anything. So make sure you hit the like button. Yeah, definitely do that for me. Tin Man, can't wait to see you run that 120. No doubt. Tin Man's freaking killing it. Oh, good country living's leaving. Do you? Nobody else is doing it. Yeah. Nobody else will do it for you, right? Nobody else is going to do it for you. I think that's what you're trying to get across, Steve. And I'll do that on Saturday. Good night, everyone. Kindness, life in the 906. Thanks for hanging out. If you guys hung out for the whole stream tonight, I appreciate you big time. You know that all the time. That's from my heart, from me to you, from you to me. We got it. We're doing things. So surround yourself with people that lift you up, keep pushing you forward. I've said that like 3 times tonight. Thanks, Tim, man. Looking good forward. Make sure you hit the thumbs up before you go. Let's keep inspiring each other. It's not just me inspiring you. You guys are inspiring me a lot. You inspired me today to just jump on this stream and do that. When I was driving home, I was thinking about you guys, the channel, and everybody that's just been a part of it, and it's a blessing. I'll hit you up. Kill some trees in Pennsylvania, no doubt, without a doubt, brother. Yeah, buddy, night all. Thank you guys so much. Keep your heads up. Life's a blessing. Thank the man every day for everything you have, things you don't have, what you don't need. It is what it is. Let's keep pushing. Nobody's gonna do that for you. Trying to think if there's anything else. You're awesome. Rock and roll. Shoot on Dana Hudson. Thank you. Night all. Night Nick. Nice on the Ridge Farm. WD 73s, brother. I hope you're staying safe down there, man. I hope you're staying safe. All right. Love you, brother. Thanks, Buckin. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Super Chatters. Thanks for going live anytime. We love you. I love you too. Dave Wilson, thank you. Yeah, take care. Be well. Have fun balancing all the things we got to balance, and we'll go from there. I don't even know how to end this thing. I love you guys. Take care. Thank you so much.